and welcome to Tonic Studios. I'm Leo, I'm here today with Karen and we're going to be showing you the floral handbags. Hello there, so I'm Leo, I'm here with Karen. How are you today?
We're good. We're having a good day. We're having a good day today. We're having fun today.
We have an amazing new set for you today.
We really do.
Really. These are the floral handbags and they actually come in two different sizes and I love it when these things come together and they work so beautifully together. Let's have a look at the die sets first of all, shall we?
Okay, so I have got, do you want the little one?
I'll
have
the
big one. Okay, so here are our dies. So it's the same principle for each one.
Mm-hmm.
You need to cut to create your bag. 2 of your outer edges, so that's the main bag shape. 2 sides, 2 bases.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we show you some of these, you'll see that you've got a little secret compartment inside. So to make that, you need 2 of the side, 1 of the base, and 2 of this section here. And we'll glue those all together and you have these amazing handbags. But I mean, look at the detail you've got in these as well. I love the sunburst.
And it's on both of them, which is something that I love. And these shaped tags as well.
Beautiful.
So I've got this gorgeous one here and I love the kind of rainbow style version there.
Isn't that stunning? It really is.
The shape on the tag here.
Yeah, we've got 3 tags on this one, look. So we've got the flower, the just for you, and a little something. But in this little crescent shape here, we've got thanks. We've also got, there it is, for you. And then we've got 2 in the deboss style saying especially for you and happy birthday to you, which is lovely. Really, give you a good selection there.
Absolutely. And then in mine, I have Open Me and With Love as well.
I absolutely adore that.
And you've got this little flower tag as well that you can use, or this beautiful one here.
Oh, I love the heart.
Really nice paper piece. I can see a couple of examples that are around here, so we shall definitely show you that. But just all of the decorative pieces on this as well, and they do coordinate together. So you could use them together or separately if you wanted to, and they are very clever and super easy to put together.
I mean, they'd make excellent little gift bags for birthday parties, little girls' birthday parties, but not just little girls. I mean, we'll show you one that you'll see could be a little boys as well.
Absolutely,
which is fabulous.
Let us have a look then at some of what we have around us. We have an amazing array of examples of this. Shall we start with this one? I mean, we have to, really, don't we?
It's adorable, isn't it?
So, talking about it doesn't have to be just for girls. Now, does this remind you of a toolbox?
It really does.
The colours are just really going to bring that for you, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then if we just pop this down. And then inside, so this one has actually been left blank and space that you could fill in there.
Yeah.
Love that.
So let's see if we've got one with the inside. We should really have had a little look at this one, shouldn't we?
But I like that you can do it both ways because it means that you can put a bigger gift inside. Or let's have a look. I know this one definitely has the inside in it. So this one, you can see it's all been done in Craft Perfect Classic. We've got some glitter and craft card on there.
Oh, I love those colours together.
And then there you go.
There's your little box inside where you can pop your sweeties, anything that you want to enclose in there, and it's all nice and safe. So when you let your sides fall down, you've got that little box in the centre.
Perfect. Love it. So this is the larger size that we've shown you so far. We do also have a smaller version.
I know this one will have it inside as well.
It's tied up.
No, I'm going to have to open it. I'm so sorry.
Untie the bow.
This is one of Leo's and it's beautiful. And look at this lovely ribbon as well that you found. That is so pretty. Okay, I'm sorry, you can tie this back up.
That's fine.
So this one, you'll see that you've got that decorative panel. Can we go to front a second, Alex, please? Oh, I'm hiding it. There we go. So if I bring that forward, there you go. You'll see that you've got the decorative scalloped panel on this one. So you just cut that front again and pop it on with the detail die cut into it. And it's just adorable, isn't it? You can see you've got the curve there. You can see your sides are all curved. Just give your card a little bit of a curve. Yeah. And you can see that you just push it down and it'll just secure in there so easily.
I love how simple they are to put together, and like I said, I've made a couple of these now. I would definitely recommend curving your panels before you put them together. Yeah. Add your layers on before you assemble it as well, and give them a curve. Before you glue. So yeah, encourage your paper all over to start that curve. I'm going to have a look. Have I got another little one over here? I have. So here's another of those smaller ones again.
Have we got the box inside?
Oh, let's have a look. It's a mystery to us as well, isn't it fun?
We haven't looked at them yet, so
this one. But look at the size of that box. So you could get quite a big.
You could, because when you close it up,
it's all enclosed.
It is enclosed. Then you don't need that separate base inside there. So if you've got like a nice scarf or something along those lines, you can just pop it in there, because there's nothing to fall out to the sides or anything like that. But if you've got something like sweeties or cookies or something like that, you've baked for somebody, then put that little box in and it's all nice and safe.
You could fit a few Ritter Sports in it without the box.
You could fit a few Ritter Sports.
There are a couple of things that we measure all of our gift boxes by. Ritter Sports would be one, and an alcoholic miniature would be another. And I'm pretty sure you could probably get a whole cocktail into one of these large size ones.
I should have thought of that. We've got some, funnily enough, empty bottles upstairs.
They're not empty, don't say that.
All right, we'll fill them with water.
They are full stunt bottles. But this, look at these Mariposa Moments papers.
Mariposa.
Anything that comes in with this paper on is an instant love.
Absolutely.
Love. So even if you didn't want to use any of those patterned panels, if you want to crack out all of your beautiful papers.
Again, if you are multi-making, if you're making for a party, making for a little girl's party, just cut some pattern panels for the front.
Yeah, absolutely. But I love the fact, if I just turn this around so you can see it a bit better, I've cut in the detail at the top and then lined it, and then also just on the edge as well. They've lined the box
that's
with
beautiful.
It too.
Oh, doesn't that look nice? Isn't that just that added detail there?
Do I dare? Oh,
bit of class.
Goodness. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
So it's lined, you can see.
Oh,
on the
so
inside
good.
There, and on here, and the little box as well.
So good.
So pretty.
It looks amazing.
And of course we know this is a Vicky box.
We know this is a Vicky. I was just going to say, that's typical Vicky. She'll always make sure that the inside looks equally as good as the outside.
Absolutely. Shall we have a look at how to make it?
Shall we? Should we put it together? So they're both quite similar to go together.
It's the same principle, basically.
It is. I've chosen the large. So here are my die cuts. So I've cut 2 of the main box. I've cut 2 side pieces, 2 bases. And there's a reason for that. It's just because it's to neaten the inside before you put your central little box in. Then we've got, I'm going over to your side now as well.
Okay.
2 of these, which is the front and back of the inner box.
Container, yep.
And the 2 sides.
The cookie slot.
The cookie jar.
The Ritter container.
And the base. All I've done so far is I've folded all of my score lines. That is all I've done. So you can see I've folded here and here, and this one then comes back onto itself. We will give them a little curve.
How do you
just
curve
a
yours?
little?
So I do it over the edge of the...
I usually do it over the edge of the desk. Just rub the card off the edge of the desk.
Literally exactly that.
And that is all you need. It just gives it that little curve. You can see there, and that's enough. That really is enough. Just run it over. I mean, if you've got one of the children's rolling pins, that's always a good way to curve them as well. Just roll it around a rolling pin. But you've got to make sure that you have something, because you can kind of come down sizes to curve things, can't you? You can't just go and curve around something smaller. But if you start the curve on something bigger, so a rolling pin or a bottle, and then you come down something smaller, it'll curve a little bit tighter again. Yeah. And then if you keep going, you can get quite a good curve as you go smaller again.
This is going to be terrible because it's booze again, but you know what would be perfect is the cardboard container the whiskey comes in.
I was thinking of a sour. Was it the Sours bottle? Was quite a short, stumpy bottle, which is.
I can provide quite a few outer containers for whiskey. For the classroom if we need it.
A wine bottle, anything, whatever you've got. A rolling pin, a wine bottle, full or empty.
What do you think? What do you think is most likely for people to have? A rolling pin or a bottle of wine?
Possibly a bottle of wine.
maybe.
Yeah. Right. So those are my size. I'm just going to give that one a little curve as well. You really don't need much. You just need to sort of encourage it to go the way you want it to go.
I can't be what none of us have suggested the classic bone folder technique.
It's only because you could with this. You could definitely, if there's one here, I would show you, but
there isn't one. We need to steal one from the warehouse.
But if you did want to curve it over something like a scissors, that would be fine. But if you have a look here, if I try and do that, I'm only part of the way. Yeah. So I can't do that. So I'm only going to curve one side. I can't do that. That's the only reason. So there's a method in our madness.
There is.
Mr. A. Right. Okay, so I'm going to assemble the outer bag. So to do that, I'm going to get my glue.
We are wet gluing today. We are not taping because...
No tape!
No tape! Exactly, no. Because of the kind of construction this is, you kind of need the stability of the glue.
You do. Do you know what I probably should do?
What?
Change my glasses.
Yeah, do you think that would help?
Yeah, maybe. If you want to be able to see crease lines and things, then possibly... Oh, yeah, look at that. Wow. No any No, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Slightly off there. Right. So my line is now perfect. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to turn it over, put a bit of glue on here. Just a little line. You really, really, really do not need much. Less is more.
Exactly. You don't want it squidging at the edges.
No, you do not. I've said that. I think I
jinxed yourself, did you?
Absolutely. Oh, wow. When I lift this up,
you think it'll be a glue line?
It'll be amazing if there is no glue line.
Well done.
Not too bad. A little bit there. Look. There we go. Right, and I'm going to pop my side panels on as well. So these are my box sides.
I love how easy this is to do because it is a nice square base.
Yeah.
You can glue your panels on nice and easily.
Oh,
there's no
I love
angles or anything to work with.
No. So I'll just lift it up and pop that underneath. Line it up. I apologise. I'm too far over to myself. Kutchin my makes. Kutchin my makes is what we usually say. Right, so I'm there and I'm just pressing that down, giving the glue time to hold. Done. Turn. And here again, just going to put a small line of glue there. I mean, this glue lasts forever when you use it like this. We do go through a lot because we do a lot of gluing.
Yeah, we're constantly crafting.
Constantly gluing. But this is what we use for all of our testing, all of our makes. We use this glue. So that's your main box. That is as easy as it goes. But we are going to want to cover these tabs. You'll see they just meet there. There's no overlap. They just meet at a nice 45 degree. So we pop a bit of glue around here. Possibly should go up the edge there.
A bit down
and
the
a
middle.
Squiggle over the middle. And line up. There.
So, and I tend to just flap the sides up then just to make sure that caught. Yeah, exactly.
It's all in the right place.
Perfect.
And we're fine. There you go. So we'll leave that to dry.
That is the point then that I would probably put my panels on the outside, or if I was lining the inside.
Yeah. Do all your decorative work now. So that you can see there, you've got a perfect box. So I should leave that there to dry. This is my little inner section. So I'm going to pop my sides on. You were the last one to make these. I made this for ages. I made this since we tested it. Oh no, we made packaging, didn't we?
We did make packaging.
We did. What we're trying to do is all make one each, aren't we?
Indeed. I mean, that could be a fun game, couldn't it? Guess whose is whose.
Guess whose is whose, yeah.
On the front of your die packet.
Yeah.
Which crafter made each one?
Right, so I'm just popping the sides on. Again, a little bit of glue on these glue tabs. Now, this one is slightly different where we've got you've got some decoration on some of them, but you haven't got it on all. I don't think there's decoration for this panel, is there?
No, so for the larger one, the inner sort of little container is just the scalloped edge. It doesn't have any additional detail. On the smaller one, it does have that extra panel that you can cut in or layer on, which is a
bigger bag, and we needed the space to get more detail in, so we do that sometimes, don't we? So I'm going to glue these panels here. So our glue tabs are actually on the base this side. So there we go. There's a little bit of glue there. Pop that on. Just push that down there. And straight on there. Okay. Right, so I'm going to now glue my sides. So I'll pop a tiny dab on each of those glue tabs. And usually when you see one of these curved tabs, you'll know that we're going to curve the panel.
Giving away Tonic secrets.
I know.
So a curved glue tab means that the piece is going to be curved or bent in some way.
Yeah. Too much glue. But no tape.
No tape. I think for this, we would generally always say to use wet glue for construction. It does have that longevity, and especially for a box like this, you're probably going to be opening and closing it quite a bit.
And not just that, you've got, when it's curved, you've got that pulling away pressure, so it is nice then to use wet glue because you know that is going to stay put.
And it gives you that few extra seconds if you don't get it in the right place the first time. Yeah. Especially if you're trying to curve a piece of card, it never sits right the first time you try and do it.
So that's that one done. So I'm just going to do this side. Dot. That's all you need, because by the time you push that dot down, it's going to
spread across the top.
A little tip I've got is to get this perfectly lined up. You'll see that I've got the rest of my tabs on the outside. So I'm going to push against that one until it's dry. This one is on the outside, so it's in the right place. I know it's in the right place, so it can't go anywhere. So my tab is in the right place here. This one is holding me in the right place here. And then when it's done, I can just pop him in. And then do the same with the next one. Out and hold that one in place. Hold that down. And that one is going to stick. I promise. I've got to put a bit of glue on that. So my dab of glue back. And then put him in there. So next one, I'm going to keep that one in actually, because I can glue these two together. These last two. So there's my glue off my finger.
Glue everywhere. That's how we work. If we don't have, half a handful of glue here and all the rest of it, then it's not been a productive day in the office, is it?
No. And when you're I used to be standing in the schoolyard and I'd look at my hand and it would be covered. I think, oh God, it either looks like I've got a skin condition Or I'll just peel it off while nobody's looking.
What gets me is when I go to wash my hands and it all starts to, and I'm like,
yeah.
what on earth is it? Oh, it's glue.
It's
yes,
glue
I
again.
remember now. You've
reactivated your glue. So I'm just going to do the same for the other side. I'm going to dab, 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 dab. Pop them in. I'm happy for this one to just go around my finger.
Mm-hmm. Makes it much easier.
Yeah. When we're a little bit short of time, like when we're doing these construction videos, we want to use glue because we want to show you the correct way of doing it. Oh, I'm out of shot again, aren't I? Alex, you should have told me. Cutting it to me again, see? That's the problem.
That's why we've got the top camera as well. So
I'm sorry. Right, I'm just going to... You can't really see this too well, but I am just putting a dot on each one again. And I'm going to hold that one down. Curve the rest of them around. Push it with my fingers inside there. There's loads of ways you can get these lined up properly.
I'm sure everyone has their own techniques.
Absolutely.
Shaping things and holding glue tabs.
And that's that there. Are we stuck? Yes, we are. So to pop this inside my box, it is just a case of...
Before you do that, I have a little top tip.
Go on.
I did this quite a few times.
Oh, so right, okay.
Reinforce the curve just to get it to really...
Nice.
To make sure it's ready to then...
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Especially on the shorter one, because the top of the shorter one is that much closer to the scalloped box inside. So if you just encourage it, you can even pop the sides on once you're gluing the inner box together.
Nice.
So it kind of already has that shape ready.
I like that idea. Okay, so I'm just going by eye and I'm going to have a look to see if I think I'm central there. There's no actual place to stick it. It's just where you want to centrally, as centrally as you can, obviously. So I think I'm just about there. Bring up my sides, bring up my front and back, push those down a little bit, and they will just clasp inside like a little...
It's like a little party bag.
Yeah. It is beautiful, isn't it? I mean, look at that. You can see even just a plain white one, if you had some stamping, if you had some background stamps or floral stamps that you could just decorate that with before you glue it together. I just think they are adorable.
Or if they are kids' party bags, stamp them and let your kid go wild with the colouring.
Oh, yes!
It could be a perfect gift then.
Wow. So pop some little pencils inside and let them go with it.
Absolutely.
I love that.
I love them. And I hope you do too. Thank you very much for joining us today. You can get this now on our website.
You can.
Don't forget to tag us in your makes as well. We love to see what you're making. What are your ideas for this? How are you going to use this?
Are you going to use the papers? Are you going to use the patterns? Yeah. Stamp some for us.
Do. If you get your kid to colour some in,
yes,
I would love to see that. I think it's such a brilliant idea.
Definitely.
Love, love, love. Don't forget, if you are a Tonic Craft Kit subscriber, you're going to get 10% off this on our website. With that TCK code, you're going to get that extra discount. Bargain. Love it. You can also pay in instalments. You have ClearPay, ShopPay and PayPal. Spread that cost if you need to. And thank you again for joining us. Happy crafting.